Hey everybody, Phil here for WMExperts, and I am here. You see a pre, you see a pixie, and that means over here we have Dieter Bohn, the man, the myth, the legend. Dieter, say hi to everybody. They missed you.
Howdy everybody, I've missed you too. I'm still, around, just not as directly.
So we're going to look at the pre, we're going to look at the pixie, we're going to look at webOS, because I've never seen any before. Here we have it's a riverstone, it's not a pebble.
It's not a pebble, it's not
a
a pearl.
pebble.
Don't call
It's not a pearl, no.
That's bad.
And we have the pre. I tell you, the thing feels good in the hand. I really do like that. It reminds me of my old Trio 750. Rest in peace.
But more so, like it's even more...
No. It feels even better. It's smaller. We got a little keyboard that scrolls up and down. The base of the thing flips. Oh, stuff is blinking at me. What's going on here? I'm not used to this.
So the thing that was blinking at you was the center button, which is what brings you right there into card view. It only blinks because I patched it. We'll talk about that, I suppose, a little bit later. So card view is the basic way that you can switch between the apps that you have open. So on Windows Mobile, you need to go to the home screen and find a task manager, or go to that HTC menu in the upper right hand corner. On webOS, instead of having a nice today screen where you can have widgets and stuff like going on like that, they don't get any of that. But what they get instead is really clever multitasking. So you can have multiple apps open, just like you can on Windows Mobile. But it's easy to see what you have open and what you don't, and easy to manage the memory on that stuff just by going into card view, getting rid of the cards you don't want, and keeping the ones that you do.
Now, let's see. How do I load up a new? Aha. So let's see what happens when we pull up the old WMX. I can't spell. WMExperts.com. How do you feel about this web browser over, say, Internet Explorer, which you used for a long, long time?
Well, it's definitely better than Pocket Internet Explorer. Although Pocket IE6, it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot. It's better than what I give it credit for sometimes. But this is probably of all the mobile web browsers out there, iPhone is probably my favorite. This is solid number 2. Like it does pinch to zoom, zooming, and it double taps to zoom in and out. It's fluid. It does landscape mode. It's great. And, of course, webOS is built on HTML, so basically every app that you open is like a web browser in a certain way. So if the web browser wasn't great, then that would kind of suck, right? So, if this wasn't really, really good, then it would be a huge problem. But fortunately, it is really, really good, and that makes the entire OS even possible.
So I'm done with this. I just push the glowing orb, and what if I don't want the browser open? Because I'm Windows Mobile. I like to close applications.
Yeah, you just
it's
swipe
what
it
I
up.
do. Just swipe it up.
Be
gone.
There you go. Yep.
History.
And then there's also a back gesture. So this whole area under the screen is a gesture area. So if you had a browser window open, if you had to close it, you could swipe from here to here to go back, which is like Windows Mobile standard, right?
To go back within the browser.
Within the browser or
I
with
see.
any app.
Gotcha.
So if you're looking at your emails and you're in the inbox for one account, you can swipe back and it'll go back to your list of all your different email accounts.
Intuitive, like that. What else should we know? The keyboard looks like an old Centro keyboard.
Pretty
or
much, yeah,
Trio Pro has it compared to that?
Yeah, it's somewhere between I'd say Trio Pro is probably the closest equivalent. It's usable. You got to give it a chance, but once you do, it's okay. It's better than most. I don't like landscape keyboards, so this really appeals to me. But, you got to give it a shot, but I will admit it's probably too small for some people.
I just ran into a grid launcher, like normal?
Yeah, that's your standard launcher. It's got 3 pages by default. But again, we're looking at a patched up pre, so you get your custom Sense, version. I get my thing with extra icons in the launcher, and my battery percent instead of an icon, and my date, and so on and so forth.
How big of a change was it to go from the Trio Pro was really the last Windows Mobile phone that you used?
It was the last Windows Mobile phone that I used heavily. Yeah. It was a change. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I really like one-handed devices, and so that was helpful. One thing that I do miss is some of the power of Windows Mobile. Like there was, if I want to do something crazy weird, there's somebody out there on Windows Mobile that wanted to do that same thing before me and helped create an app for it. Whereas in this thing, they're just getting into doing the crazy weird stuff.
I think I just broke it.
Oh yeah, how's that?
The menu.
Oh, so that's the quick launch wave.
It's supposed to do that.
Yeah, the idea is that when you're in this app, your most important apps, you can get to it in a single gesture. So if you can get to your web browser, instead of going, card view, launcher, tap the icon, you just go straight into launching the web browser with the wave.
That's quick. It's doable. Let's look at the Pixie. That's the newer of the two, and definitely the smaller of the two. Very, very thin. A little longer.
Let's get it out of the way. It's less powerful, it's slower, and it doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it goes. All right, here's the lock screen. Let's see. I got a lock. Drag up to unlock. I've actually been practicing. That took me a couple tries the first time.
Oh, and hey, we got a notification.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we can talk about that. So when a notification comes in, it shows up down there. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't get in your way. And then you can ignore it. And then when you want to do it, you can tap on it. And then you can tap on it again to actually go to your email client. It's a Google invite, Google Latitude invite, so it's probably safe to look at, right?
I like that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it's just letting everybody know that it's reporting our location, which means someone must be playing with my Android phone.
Now, there's no little glowing eye here, but I got a little line. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, and this one doesn't glow because I haven't patched it. But it does glow a little bit like when it's doing that, but it operates in the exact same way.
And swipe up. Just the same thing.
Yep.
Decent. What else should a Windows Mobile user know looking at this?
Well, the Windows Mobile user should know that if you're a Windows Mobile Pro user, that you're looking at similar battery life. It's a struggle to get through a full day with these devices, and that's kind of tough. You should know that if you're really into hacking, you can there's a lot you can do here. And boy, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, it was a fairly decent transition for me. You should know that it's a little bit slow sometimes. I know that Windows Mobile used to be very slow, and they got rid of the lag. And so this is starting out kind of slow because they're not utilizing the graphics processing unit quite yet.
The big word we hear when it comes to pre and webOS is Homebrew.
Right. So I haven't homebrewed up to Pixie yet, but I have the pre. And so I'll is it in shot there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll show you the app I use for it is Preware. There's also File Coaster, and so what this does is it's sort of like jailbreaking an iPhone. It's sort of like cooking ROMs on Windows Mobile. It lets you apply stuff that changes the look and feel of the OS itself, like the way that things behave, like open it up to answer, slide it to close. It lets you put apps on it that haven't been put into the official catalog. It lets you put themes on it. So I mean, it's really, in terms of the scale of operating systems and how hackable they are, I honestly think that long term, webOS is slightly more hackable than Windows Mobile, which is really a surprising
impressive.
thing.
Yeah.
But the deal is it's so easy to get into. It's all really clear, easy to read Linux files and web and HTML files and PHP files, honestly. So it's really not that hard to hack into. Whereas with Windows Mobile, it's easy and open, but you need to learn a little bit. You need to figure out how to cook. You need to figure out registry and stuff. Whereas with this, it's a lot more straightforward. You
mentioned a minute ago when we opened it earlier why it was taking so long to open, and that's not necessarily the speed of the device or Homebrew.
It's because at Pre-Central we've got 300 odd applications that we act as a repository for. And so it takes a while to load all that information.
How many downloads since? I
think we're over 4 million, 4.5 million or so.
That is a big number.
It's not bad. I am actually happy the official app catalog from Palm has more apps than we do in Homebrew, and that's something they needed to do. And hopefully we'll see more. The apps aren't all that powerful. That's something else a Windows Mobile user should know, that there's not a lot of graphically rich applications yet, and there's not a lot of super powerful applications yet.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bone, and don't be a stranger, huh?
I will not be.
All right, see you, everybody.